such an asshole.
AssholeConsulting.com. If you don't have a father in your life, here's a better idea. Do you have half-siblings? Then you fucking need Asshole Consulting, because obviously your dad is not around. You probably don't know who your dad is. Come talk to your older brother that you desperately need, the old captain at AssholeConsulting.com. Hello, I'm an 18-year-old living in the Midwest, and I have received high marks throughout school, and have just recently took an IQ test and got a 126. I was planning on majoring in business in college, but after watching your videos, I've decided to switch to engineering. There we go. There we go. My ultimate goal is to become as wealthy as possible, and my question is, what field of engineering should I major in to set me up for that possibility? Additionally, should I go to school in California, where I would want to live, or should I remain in the Midwest and go to school, a state school with a reputable engineering program? Are there any advantages to going to California for college? Fuck no. Dude, there's no advantages going to California for anything. All right? There's the weather. That's it. And whereas if your parents are going to pay for school, fine. You could go enjoy the weather and all that other shit. But the standards of living in California are shit. You got to deal with traffic. You got to deal with high taxes, which won't be an issue now. But when you graduate, chances are, this is why I wrote it in Reconnaissance Man, you got to make sure that where you go to college is likely where you'd end up working, because that's where you likely are going to end up working. You're going to grow roots there. That's where you're going to know your people and have your network. So you will be planting roots in the most anti-capitalist, anti-freedom, anti-profit, anti-wealth state in the union. I mean, even look at Silicon Valley. They claim to all be for profit. When you adjust for standards of living and traffic and taxes and cost of living, most of those people are not making anything more than $30,000 a year. I'm not fucking joking. Go run your own fucking figures. And then they get to suffer the commute and the craziness on top of it. And here's another thing. Have you ever dated girls from California? You better not. Just don't. I'm not even. I wish I was joking, but you have already California. The homegrown ones are psycho leftist crazy bints and cunts. But then all the girls from the country who want to go there, I'm going to become a Hollywood star. I want to go to this party. This has been happening since like the early 80s. That was the huge thing. Hollywood would make all these movies about LA and what a great place it was. And people bought it. Like when we moved out for New York, Sex in the City, girls of my generation, even the generation before, all moved out to LA because they're going to become stars. And you have the most fake people ever living out there, resulting in crazy, bipolar, bulimic, you name it. I dated it, and they all came from California. All right? No, don't go to California. You go to any other school. You could go to your nice little Midwest school. That's fine. Honestly, though, dude, I would go to a school where it's warm, where it's fun, and it has a good program, and preferably no state income taxes. All right? The very abbreviated version of that, this is basically, I go into a much more detail in Reconnaissance Man. Please consider buying it. Even if you don't like reading, get the audio version because it goes into much more detail and handholds you through this thing. But I'd be looking at Denver, Phoenix, Vegas, Texas, Florida, Georgia, Georgia Tech. North Carolina has some pretty good schools. Just go where it's fucking warm. Go ideally where there's no taxes, and go where it's fucking fun. Denver, hello, fucking Denver, and then go apply. But God Almighty, don't go to California. Do not go to California. There's no fucking reason. I know they got Caltech, yay. Fuck that bullshit. The only school I'd go with a reputation would be like MIT or Urbana-Champaign or something like that. But just don't try to get out of the snow-planed Midwest, all right? But don't go to California. My parents have agreed to pay for my college either way. What should I do to set myself up to become an entrepreneur later on down the road? Any advice would be appreciated. Thanks. All right. The engineering, you got your what? Civil, mechanical, electrical, computer, petroleum, nuclear, and aerospace. Of that, the fields that are growing the most, where the most innovation is taking place, is going to be your computer science, IT, programming, internet, digital media related. So if you want to become buku rich, again, the only way to make money is through entrepreneurship, which you kind of want to do, and you want to go into the fields that are developing new things. You know, aerospace engineering, for example, well, planes exist. They've existed for quite some time. And it's like, how do we reduce drag? You go work at Boring, you're one of us, more than a score, legions of aerospace engineers. Are you inventing a new plane? Are you inventing a new engine? Probably not. You're probably just taking current technology, maybe making it better. Whereas completely new fields being opened up, that's in more of the realm of computers, IT, technology, and that's where I would go. If you don't care what engineering you're going to major in, you just want to go and get the skills that you can, one, keep a job fresh out of school, and then two, have the knowledge and work experience, and then start learning the lay of the land in the industry to start realizing and capitalizing on capitalist opportunities, entrepreneurial opportunities. That's where I would go. So, and there's nothing wrong. This doesn't mean you can't become, like, you go major in petroleum engineering and you can't figure out a way to make money or run an entrepreneurial endeavor. But it is to say that you got to look at, okay, civil engineering. Well, we've been building bridges for quite some time. I don't know if there's a lot of new developments happening in civil engineering. Maybe composite materials engineering, but not, calculate the load and, look at force and vectors and all that. It's the same old as it's always been. So anyway, but God almighty, kid, don't go to California. Swear to God, go to Texas, go to Florida, go to Delaware, go anywhere, but don't go to California, all right? It's just not going to be worth it. Hope that helped out. Best of luck to you. Toodles.